Hey everybody! Another late night post, and it's so funny because earlier today I was totally like, oh my gosh, I'm so exhausted and I have an early morning call tomorrow. I should go to bed early. I'm gonna go to bed early. And then I started working on something. I was like, alright, well, so much for that idea. Actually, and the thing I was working on, oh, I'm so excited. I took this amazing course with Selena Sue, who I discovered through Kimra Luna's course, and I love her stuff. And she is like a marketing publicist professional, and her stuff is gold. Gold. I love it. I love hearing her talk, and I love her explanations of things. So I took one of her courses today. I really want to get to the point where I have enough enough business that I'm feel like it's a good time to work with her. But I do take her stuff, anything I can get, I like grab onto it because I'm like, this is gonna make it happen. And so it was all about it kind of up leveling yourself and your product launches and your products to get higher level clients and higher paying clients by offering bigger packages. So that's perfect timing because that's what I've been working on and doing. And I still have courses for different price points because I really commit to getting everyone what they need where they're at. But ultimately, I do want to get bigger. Just like I encourage you guys to get bigger, I want to get bigger too. So ready to up level that and take that to next steps for people that are ready to really have one-on-one like hand-holding coaching so I can actually see people's results and I can actually affect people's mindset results from beginning to end. So that's gonna be exciting. I'm really excited about it. So that's what was keeping me up because I started working on it, and the more I worked on it, the more I'm like, oh, I can put in this and I can put in this. Oh, it's gonna be so great. And yeah, and it's been a while since I've worked on something like that. Whenever I work on something, I recommend to see it when you get like so into it that you just want to focus on that altogether. Oh man, it's such a great feeling. So yeah, I went with it and I was typing and put out a call to all my fabulous creative entrepreneur friends, of which I have many, and see how we can partner and I can showcase their work. So that was my excuse for not going to bed early and having another late live stream. So today's topic that I was thinking about, I'm trying to think of what inspired me for it, but it'll come to me because now I don't remember what the inspiration was. But this whole idea, and a lot of entrepreneurs deal with it, and a lot of people are shifting their mindset. But I think creative entrepreneurs have a special realm of making it harder because everybody jumps on board with this, and that is becoming addicted to your suffering. Artists, creative professionals, creative entrepreneurs, we take it to like a whole nother level. But the thing is, all the messaging that you hear around it also supports this theory. So everything around you is supporting this theory that you must suffer, you must be poor, you must struggle, you must be in poverty, that if you make money, you're a sellout. If you are able to get rich, then who do you think you are? If you start bringing money in, you're gonna lose your ability to be fresh and new and edgy, etc., etc. Like, there is such a story around and pride around being broke and poor, and that holds a lot of people back. Because think about it, if that's all you've heard, like, oh well, you know, she was really good before, but then she got all rich and now all of her work is crap, well then you're not really going to be seeking to get rich. You're not really going to be pushing yourself to get higher paying clients and to get people to buy your work and to notice your work and to actually sell it and make a living. Because deep down you have this story that if you become rich or if you start selling your work, then ultimately you're going to lose a creative gift, you're going to lose your edge, and all of your work's going to be crap. Or if you do that, you're going to be sell out, and no one's going to want to be with you and hang out. You're going to lose everyone. There really is this love affair with being in a struggling phase of your career and life. Another one that I hear people say, well, really, it's just for the love. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for the money. I do it for the love. Okay, so here's the mindset problem with that. You think you're being helpful. You're like, I love this so much, I would do it even without pay. That's how much I love it. But if you keep saying that, remember, mindset doesn't go, the energy that you put out, your vibration that's put out, it doesn't go with good, bad, otherwise. It just delivers to you what you're putting your vibrations out, so that's what you get more of. So if you continually say and believe, well, it's not about the money, it's not about the money, what you're saying is I don't want the money. I don't want the money. Okay, great, then you won't get it. And really think about, what does that even mean? I would do it for free. Okay, so you're saying you want to make it a hobby forever. You want to make it probably the most expensive hobby of all time, because you can also get paid for your work too and still love it. That's a thing, that's a possibility. Believe it or not, there are people out there that genuinely like their jobs and get paid for doing wonderful service and for offering a service to other people, and they get paid for doing that, and they like it. Even if it's not artistic, they still like it. That might shock you. You can have both. You can do it because you love it and get paid for it. What? Yeah, it's pretty groovy. It's pretty great. So this idea that creative entrepreneurs especially, I know there are other people that do it, but you guys are my clients, my creative entrepreneurs, you're my people, my tribe. I really do feel like we take it to different levels because we don't even think about it. It's just accepted that, like, you're gonna be broke. You're gonna be broke, you're gonna be broke, you're gonna be broke, you're gonna be broke, you're gonna be broke. And we carry this on over and over again. And deep down, the fear, fear is a huge blockage in mindset work. The fear is, if you don't stay rich, then you're going to lose your edge. You're not going to be able to do your art. Or you're going to be so rich, you're not going to be able to handle it. Or you're going to be so far removed from the work that you can't do it. None of this has to be true, though. None of this has to be true. Could this happen? Yeah, all sorts of things could happen. None of it has to be true. So ask yourself, are you addicted to suffering? Another fun one where you wonder if you're addicted to suffering, when things are going well. When things are going really well, they're having like a party outside. I'm laughing because I'm like, y'all, it's only Monday. What? It is not party time. So I don't know what's going on outside. As long as they're happy, then I'm not recording, so I'm not worried about it. But I was saying, like, when things are going well in your creative businesses, you get compliment, you get great publicity, you get great clients, you worked on a piece, something's going great. Do you ever find yourself suddenly, it feels like all of a sudden, like, there's all this drama. All of a sudden, that is when your family member decides to show out. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden, that is when everything's just awful and just falling apart. All of a sudden, you're fighting with your significant other. Drama. All of a sudden, like, none of this is working, and you're ready to, like, throw yourself on the fainting couch. Okay, well, that's because chances are you're manufacturing drama, and you're attracting drama because you're addicted to the struggle. The struggle has become so familiar. What happens? It's not necessarily that you like the struggle. It's just that you're addicted to it. You don't know any other way. So that's where it pays to start doing your mindset work and really dig deep. Like, when's the first time you remember something like this happening? What was the storyline that you heard about creative industries from your parents or your family of origin? What was your parents' reaction to money and earning money and saving money and paying debt? Like, what was the messages around money? And I'm not talking about just art, like really money. A lot of creative people don't even think about it because, I just do it. I just do it for the love. Well, here's why it's okay to make money. Oh, wait, let me go back. Another thing that people get worried about is they compare themselves to people that they define as being rich people. Rich people are finance people. Rich people are corporate people. Rich people are old and stuffy and they live in big fancy houses. Rich people aren't like me. They're not my tribe. Rich people make rules to make things hard for the artists. Rich people control everything. Rich people. So if you look at the concept of rich people are bad, and I am an artist and I'm not rich, so I must be okay. I'm good. I'm great. I'm wonderful. Then you're never going to want to sell your work. You're never going to want to put your work out there because you keep thinking, like, I don't want to be like them. They're awful. Here's why it's important for you to really put yourself out there and focus on your creative business. Because here's the thing. We live in a society that we use money to get goods and services. That is our chosen thing. I mean, honestly, depending on which culture, it could have been anything. It could have been stones, whatever. But that is our thing. We use money to get goods and services. In a way, our system works too. Getting those goods and services gives you a lot more choices to do stuff. I'm not just talking about your choice in being able to buy the materials that you need to do said art. That's a given. I want you to think big picture here. Sometimes creative people only think in terms of their one project. So hear me out and really think big picture. Because remember, mindset changes everything. If you're thinking in terms of big picture, look at the people who are lobbying. Look at the people who are investing in the future. Look at the people, if you are, oh gosh, as an actor, how many times are actors struggling to find benefactors? Or look at the trusts that are out giving grants and money. Where do you think that money comes from? Look at the companies that are supporting different types of art. Look at where large groups of money come from. Trust funds that people want to invest in. Because it's their money in these different pools and circles, and they are choosing to divvy it out, but it's theirs, so they can divvy it out any way they want. So then you, as a creative professional, especially one that looks for grants and awards and trusts to keep moving and keep money flowing, then you realize that ultimately what gets created is in a way controlled by people with large sums of money. So wouldn't it be great if different types of people had more resources to invest in not just yourself, but in other future artists and legacies? Wouldn't it be great if you were making enough money that you could fund a play for a group that you are interested in? Wouldn't it be great if you made enough money that you can start a program for other young painters? Wouldn't it be great if you had enough money that you can get one of your friends to come teach a course on jewelry making to kids that don't have access to arts education? Like, wouldn't all these things be great if suddenly the artists had the money? Because there's nothing saying that money only flows with certain careers. Money doesn't work that way. Money just flows. Like, it's just like any other energy. It's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper. Like, we put the value on it. So just think of that for a second if you've never thought about it before. And there are some very, very high-end artists. Like, think of the big artists that we hear about all the time. They're making millions of dollars. Some of them are investing in other art forms, some of them are not. Some of them are investing in their own family businesses. There's nothing wrong with that. It's their money. I'm not going to get mad at them for investing in their money. But there are some that are using that money as seed money to grow future artists, which is amazing. Like, wouldn't you love to be able to fund a scholarship for someone? Wouldn't you be able to love to help a neighbor or a kid that you know about that's just getting started? Wouldn't you love to be able to do that? Wouldn't you love to be able to pay all your bills and then have plenty left over? Wouldn't you love to be able to travel places in the world, to not just have that financial freedom, but to learn about different cultures? So it's not the money and being rich that messes you up and takes away your creative impulse. Once again, if you're doing your mindset work, you understand that there is infinite, we can tap into the infinite abundance of creative thought. There's no limit to what you can come up with. There's no limit. We haven't found it yet, and we're not going to. There's no limit to what you can create, because you create based on tension, fixing tension, fixing tension, over and over and over, and being willing to look at things in different angles. So your work will be different, but it won't be dried up. And you'll have more access to go see different things and look at things from a different angle and be able to speak up and speak out on a bigger scale. That's okay. Like, that sounds pretty nice to me. Tell me if you think otherwise, but this whole idea that you're not allowed to have money because it's going to ruin everything. You need to start looking at what is your mindset, what is your story around money, and how it relates to your creative business. Are you just in that zone of just loving being broke every day? Because it does get really addictive. And the thing is, as you start to shift, that story is not going to fit anymore. It's going to get harder and harder to hold on to that story the more you delve into the mindset work. So if you really just love it and you really are like, I don't want to change, then this is not the page for you. I'm not the speaker for you. I'm not the coach for you. And, be happy in your quiet little corner. But once again, if you're here, you're thinking that you need something bigger. You don't know what, maybe you don't know what it is. You just know that you're being pulled to grow. And that's how it happens. When you feel the pull to growth, then you either grow or you choose not to. So there's going to come a point as you become open and as you work more on the mindset work that you're doing, that the stories they just won't fit anymore. And you're not going to be able to hold on to this idea of like, God, I love being poor so much. I love it. You'll think fondly of those memories, but you'll say, I'm ready to move to wherever else I want to move to. And remember, success isn't just about money. There's more to it. So whatever you define success as, but there's going to come a point where you just can't hold on to that story. That's what scares people, because if that has been your story for so long, that you are savvy, that you are quick, that you are so amazing because you're poor and that's the only way you survive, and it makes you scrappy and it makes you and that's just all you want, and oh God, having money would ruin everything. If that's where you're at, then you're never going to get bigger. And you're going to be holding on to this. So if you start losing that story, guess what? You have to fill it with another story. That scares people. Because once that part of the story is gone, then what? Nature doesn't like a vacuum, so something's got to get filled into it. And that scares people because they don't know what. What does it look like? Like, who are you without that story? Who are you without that story of, like, suffering? Do you even know? No, you don't, because you haven't tried it out yet. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I think I'm going to talk more about this because this is a hot topic. And I feel myself fading, but I think I'm going to think more about this and get some more information to it. But ask yourself, are you addicted to pain and suffering and being poor and not having resources? And how are you going to change that? You can take my course. Yes, my course will help with that because it talks about freeing your creative mindset, and it talks about blocks and how to release them. So that's why I put the link in the description. So check that out. It's worth the investment. It's one of my low cost price points. So to make it easier for everyone, get it while you can, because as I get bigger and bigger, as I up level, I'm going to keep it as low as I possibly can for a while until it gets ridiculous. So, all right, kids, that's all I have for tonight because I get to bed. I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.